What's going on, people? This is just an update on Cardano ADA. And what's interesting about this is on the hourly chart, we are finding some support at the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. And of course, that's something we want. Now, there is a possibility that we could retest the 200 EMA, which is sitting at 76 cents. And this 200 EMA actually sits within the fair value gap. And, should we retest these levels, then I do anticipate us finding some support, given that, there is going to be some buying pressure within our fair value gap. Now, in my previous video, I did talk about how we are in an impulsive move to the upside, and this is a 5-wave move. So we have our wave 1, our wave 2, wave 3, and then potentially our wave 4, and then we have a wave 5. Now, if that's the case, then we can target out our wave 5, and our wave 5 will reach anywhere between 84 cents and 87 cents. Something like so. And what's also interesting about this is on Smart Money Concepts, it is indicating that there is a weak high at the top of our wave 3. And also, we do have a local high sitting at that 82-cent mark as well. And so, the likelihood of us actually breaching past the weak high at 82 cents is likely. And one thing that's worth keeping in mind is should we break through our 82-cent mark, then that would confirm our bullish trend on the macro. Now, on the stochastic RSI, it is indicating that we are oversold, and so there is more room to the upside. And so that's worth keeping in mind on the hourly chart. Now, if I move on to the 4-hour chart, in the 4-hour chart, we are sitting above the 50 EMA once again, and we could potentially retest that 50 EMA level at 76 cents. Now, should we reach past this 50 EMA level and go even deeper, then that would mean that we could potentially be in a WXY formation. So something like so. So that's worth keeping in mind, of course. And so what we can do now is actually target out our wave Y. And so that would look like is something like this. Move that to the right place. So our wave Y will typically sit anywhere between 1 and 1.236 of our wave 4. So anywhere between 72 cents and 73 cents. Now, this isn't necessarily something to worry about, given that typically whenever you have a deep wave 4, then that means that you'll have a big wave 5. So just to give you guys an idea of what that would look like if we were to reach the upper region or the upper target of our wave 4, then you can see how our wave 5 target will be even bigger than we initially anticipated. And so our wave 5 will sit anywhere between 84 cents and 88 cents. Now, should it go even deeper, then you can see how our wave 5 will sit anywhere between 85 cents and 89, so it'll go even deeper. So that's worth keeping an eye on, of course. And what's interesting about this is on the 4-hour chart that our wave 5 targets actually sits where the 200 EMA is, which is sitting at 86 cents. And so should we retest the 200 EMA level, then obviously I do anticipate us finding some resistance at that level, and then we will be in a correction move to the downside. And so what could be potentially playing out at the moment is a 5-wave move. This will be a wave 1, and then we'll retest the 200 EMA level, and then we'll see a bounce to the downside, given that I do anticipate us finding some resistance at that level. And then our wave 2, followed by wave 3, and then wave 4, and then our wave 5. And so obviously this is more of a long-term or mid to long-term play. And so that's obviously, something worth keeping an eye on the 4-hour chart. Now, should I go on the daily chart now? On the daily chart, we are once again sitting above the 200 EMA, which is something that we need, something that we want, something that's bullish. And I do anticipate us retesting that 50 EMA level, which will probably sit within this region, given that it's on the move to the downside. And on the stochastic RSI, what's interesting about this is we are reaching that overbought region. So there is going to be some room to the downside. And so whether or not that will coincide with what will take place with our wave 4, and we could be potentially seeing a deeper move to the downside, potentially retesting that 200 EMA level, only time will tell. It's just something worth keeping an eye on, just so, should we retest these levels, you're not going to be surprised. And so, yeah, that's just my update on the price of Cardano ADA. Once again, I am anticipating that we are in a wave 5. However, we shouldn't rule out this scenario playing out where we could potentially see a deeper move on our wave 4. And so, yeah, that's just my, quick update on the price of Cardano ADA. And so once again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and give it a like. Thank you guys. Peace.